Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you Ginger Swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project on a landfill already.
And there you have
that one before.
No. We'll talk him into one more.
Terrible idea.
What's up?
Guess everybody might want to see us.
I'm not sure why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yep.
And down goes the water.
Get that crap out of here. We don't allow that kind of nonsense on this show.
No.
So.
Start up. People filing in here. Here they come.
Start with this one.
Picking out our beverage to start with here.
Company.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm going to do this one. Do the bottle. I don't know why it's sticky on the bottom. Oh, Ilpad made a show. Look out.
Oh, goodness. What's up, Ilpad? Oh, I thought it was going over. Thought it was going overboard.
Yeah.
Hope everybody had a good weekend. We'll talk a little bit about our weekend as well here in a little bit.
Yep, there was all kinds of stuff happening this week, so it's kind of weird that it's not really bowling season anymore. But there was more bowling that happened this week than almost that happened
all year.
The entire actual bowling season.
Yeah, I know. Tons. We weren't involved in any of it.
Yeah.
Not even locally, I guess. Anyways, we didn't really have anything local.
Hey, I might have got it close there.
I think that is the closest you've gotten yet.
Alaskan Amber Ale, Alt Style Ale. So, I need to get. I haven't been over to my brother's Norseman Brewing Company once again. I haven't been over there for a while. He's probably got some new stuff that I haven't tried yet. So we might have to have next week or the week after be some Norseman stuff that'd give us an excuse to go over for brunch and grab some stuff now that we're doing the show on Mondays.
What new do they have? Do you know?
No, I haven't seen anything come across in a while, or I just haven't paid attention to it.
I hadn't seen anything either.
I could send something to him and get the list, and he's probably got some other stuff that's coming along. I remember he was talking about a Doppelbock that he was doing. He was
second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was also doing another sour, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Nope.
He also had something else that he was, because he did that smoked sour that he's like, yeah, nobody's drinking that, but I knew nobody was going to drink it before I made it.
Isn't that the one you liked?
I kind of like it. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Is that the one that when we had a bunch of people here out of town that was here recently when it was like James and you? And
no, it was the creamsicle.
That's right.
The creamsicle, and that went crazy fast. We still have a little bit of it left in the growler. It's probably flat by now.
Oh, yeah.
But Angel, if you want some creamsicle, there's still some left in the growler down there.
But
it tastes like a mimosa. So and a creamsicle, even if it goes flat, that's really not that big a deal. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's sour, so you don't. It doesn't really matter one way or the other to you.
Nope. Not here for the sour beers.
So we're going ahead and talk about the Pete Weber thing, since I'm sure that's what most people are here for. I've got to add some clickbait onto something every once in a while. I don't do it for the regular videos. I got to find some way to suck people into this. So yeah, the first thing I want to say is that Jeff Riggles put up his article today about it.
Yes.
So the best placed, and I'm not going to spoil that at all. So if you go to 11thframe.com, it's with the numbers. So it'd be, I'll just go ahead and put it in the
11thframe.com, Mr. Jeff Riggles. He does amazing work, by the way.
So yeah, that's the link to, I guess I better make sure that, I can't even follow the link. Anyway.
It's there now.
Yeah, 11thframe.com. You can just type that into your browser and follow that. And Jeff is nuts.
Yeah.
He wakes up he sleeps 4 hours a night routinely, and he both is a writer for the Madison, Wisconsin, for the newspaper out there, and he has his own, thing with 11thframe.com, and they're like professional journalistic art. He doesn't just kind of write stories in his spare time. He actually writes articles just like he'd be writing them for the newspaper. So he researches them, puts a whole bunch of time and effort into them. At $20 a year.
Yeah.
So
he goes and gets all the inside scoop on everything. And, yeah, he's incredible, and also a really good puller.
Yeah, that'd be the ultimate bowler wine job. About I don't want to pay to read. It's $2 a month or $20 a year.
And it'll keep you entertained. So
go check that out for the full story. He also has an interview with the guy that he was bowling against. But there were several different stories. Basically, it was kind of blown a little bit out of proportion. The guy's wife was kind of cheering very loudly for him, and because it was a 1 versus 64 match, Pete was the 1 seed, and it drew a lot of attention. Yeah. And people were, the crowd was kind of more for this other guy than they were for Pete.
Yeah.
And so he's in the pressure of being a 1 versus 64. He's got all these titles, and so you've got the pressure on there. You don't want to lose in that situation. You don't want to lose no matter what the numbers are, but he was the 1 seed. He's Pete Weber. And nobody was really rooting against him, I guess, but they had a bigger crowd for the other guy. And then somehow Pete started talking to this guy's wife, and she made a comment at him. He made a couple comments back. He ended up crotch chopping her. and using profanity.
Yes. And
so he got disqualified for it. Basically, that's the regular story. I didn't, really tell you anything that Riggle said in his article. There's some backstory to it, but the basic story that you'll hear from everybody else is that. And then he got disqualified for it. He's probably going to get fined too, but there's a lot of people that thought it was kind of, this guy's wife probably, shouldn't be talking to the bowlers. And she made some comments that were, you could hear on the live stream saying, "It's just a game, man." And he's like, "Well, you don't say that to somebody it's his professional career. That's what he's done his entire life for his career. You can't, it's just a game, man." And so that kind of set him off, and he kind of came back at her, but he shouldn't have been, fine. Yes. Disqualified. No, that's not a disqualifying offense. Yeah. Like, ripping apart a touchscreen or really doing something egregious. Just getting into it and having a few words with a fan is not call for disqualifying the guy. Now he did lose the match legitimately, but he would have gone to the heckin' L-pad. Oh my gosh.
And I said something profound, intelligent, and funny. Also, Jonathan is short. Thank you. Thank you for that, and also for the other.
That's so old.
We got to have short people in this world, okay?
It's so old. The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project in a landfill somewhere. But tis.
That's on the intro, by the way.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the long and short of it. Jeff's Riggle's article has a whole lot more. He's got an interview from the guy. The guy gave his statement and said, this is what goes on. He got a statement from Pete Weber. And so if you want the full rundown of the whole story, go to 11thframe.com and subscribe and check that out. Even if it's $2 just to read that article, it's worth it.
And Pete also posted something on Twitter, if you're a Twitter user.
Pete posted and deleted several things.
Yeah, we with the stuff that he posted on there, we definitely could not have shown on here. So you can go look for it yourself, but it definitely would not be YouTube friendly. So
yeah.
But yeah, and also as a spectator though too, you shouldn't be interacting with the players at all.
No.
In those kind of, especially when they're competing. But
yeah, that's just bad.
Yeah, and they're not supposed to. So. But I don't know on the senior side of things what the rules are, and especially with USBC and all that. So
yeah. Thanks, Ilpad, for the $20. Man, he already gives me enough, and I don't I need to put this in a video somewhere, but I really need to shout out my Patreon subscribers and my Discord channel. Somehow I have found the limited number of bowlers that are actually willing to pay to support something.
Oh,
it's not a whole, oh man.
And bald.
Now they're making me feel bad. But, I mean, okay.
They're and bald.
Oh,
There's
man,
bald
they put it on at
beautiful.
the same time. He wanted to one-up Ilpad. He gave the same amount as Mr. Bill. Thanks, guys. That'll pay for the beer next week. How about that?
There we go.
We'll use that to find out whatever my brother's got new over there. So I'll
tied by
yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
So if you feel so inclined to donate, and these guys, these are the ones that they're already on my Discord, Patreon stuff to begin with. And so I do have a couple of tiers of that, and it's basically it's a troll filter number one. If you actually are serious about bowling and want to, I think that's the thing that I'm kind of falling in, because I'm not the packy Darren Tang that has the kind of Twitch younger crowd. Like, I'm a boomer now, and I just realized that a couple months ago. Like, I'm not. I see these guys; they're pros. They should be more popular.
Oh yeah.
But they're drawing, quite a bit more, and I'm not as fun, or I guess young anymore as part of it. They don't want to listen to some kids now don't want to listen to some droning boomer being all serious about this bowling thing. So, but the kids aren't really the ones that are buying stuff or interested in the serious coaching stuff. And we have a ridiculously good community in our Discord server and from my Patreon members, and so it helps me out kind of supplementing. We actually got a new setup here that I showed kind of a little bit on the bowler show last night. We actually are using the old desktop that I used to use for editing. I'm sure that you've noticed that the stream quality is probably better than it has been, because my laptop just wasn't able to really keep up or hold up or whatever else.
I can clearly see it even right here.
Yeah. So I mean the sharpness looks better. That's one thing that I noticed going back on our old streams is it's supposed to be 1080 at 30 frames per second, and it just didn't look sharp. It just looked fuzzy and looked like it was 480 or 720 or just something whatever. But yeah, that looks.
You're pumping 1080 there.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So this computer's actually able to keep up with everything. So not going to have stuttering anything, or we shouldn't have any glitches with the microphone or with the
knock on wood
with the visuals. And so it looked a whole lot better on the bowler show last night.
It did look
and it's looking. I think it's a whole lot better right now. And
we have a little monitor right here in front of us. It's kind of awkward. I can see my face as I make the move.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm on an actual TV set now.
Yeah, and so
I should start doing the weather. 85 degrees here.
And so a big part of making stuff like this happen, because we did buy a monitor for $100 and some odd, and then Angel stopped and got a new keyboard and mouse, and so there's plenty of expenditures that come from everywhere. Even though we do get a fair bunch of the product for free, but then we still have to pay to go film. We have to spend the gas, and gas is a big factor now. Spend the gas to drive out there. That's the biggest thing now.
It's no
I have
joke.
to pay for my beer while we're out there filming.
Yes.
So
love you too, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, and still making payments on the old drill press. So
there, and gas here is now, I think it's up to like $4.69. What I saw it at today.
I buy premium. So it was kind of funny. I just filled up again. I go through a tank maybe every 3 or 4 weeks, because it's
it's
12, it's 12 or 15 miles back and forth to work, and I've been getting 36.5 miles to the gallon here recently.
That's
so I have a stick shift, and so I kind of baby it. I really like putting it in neutral and coasting down and kind of riding the.
Oh yeah.
So I like kind of milking a little bit.
Save that gasoline.
Last time I filled up, premium was $4.50. And then I went to fill up just a couple days ago, and it was $5.30. So it went up 70-80 cents just in the time from one tank to the next.
It was $5.30.
$5.30 for premium.
Was that here in town?
Mm-hmm. It was a good price too.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So anyway, all jokes aside, thanks for the donations. Thanks for all the people that. I don't know how I found all the bowlers that actually, want to talk the serious stuff without being we have fun in there, but it doesn't get ridiculous.
Right.
So we've managed to filter most of the trolls out. I mean, there's still a few trolls in there.
Yeah, James.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to name names, but
I'll say it. Sorry, James.
Yeah, thanks for
the ultimate troll.
It's a big part of keeping this thing going. So
yeah, thanks guys. Appreciate it.
And somebody did said you're don't sell yourself short. You're only one of 2 or 3 channels that I put bell notifications on for new videos, and I'm bad about this, so I appreciate it even more because I kind of watch videos, and when I go to assemble stuff, they'll even ask, oh, hey, if you use this background or you use this photo, here's a link to kind of, shout out who you got it from. And sometimes I don't even do that because you can donate to the artist that you got this from or whatever else. And I'm bad about doing that. And I don't have notifications on for other channels. And of course I spend enough time making videos. I don't really want to sit down and watch them, but at the same time, there's a lot of channels that I do get, substance from. I get quite a bit of help from, and I should probably be a little bit better about doing that myself, seeing as how I continue to ask other people for money and support and whatever else to make this thing work. But
because there are some good ones out there, but there's also some that are bad.
Yeah, most of the channels I follow are actually popular though because they're not bowling. So
yeah, absolutely. Talking about gas prices again.
Anyhow,
this one's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the PDW thing that's pretty much going off what Wriggles had to say about it. So
yeah, and I didn't want to get too deep into it. I kind of wanted to, for the details, go sign up for that. I do pay for that membership, and I do pay for Bowl TV and Flow. Of course, we're grandfathered into the Flow. I'm not sure that I'd pay the $30 a month for the Flow bowling.
I do it.
I think we're grandfathered in at like the $7 or $8 from Extra Frame.
I'm curious if they stay with Flow going forward.
Yeah, because Flow is not really.
It's terrible.
They kind of half-ass it.
The only thing I like about Flow in general is I can stream it from my phone to my TV. And Bowl TV
still sucks.
You just got to have a computer.
Yeah.
They need an app or something.
Yeah, we still we still bring out the computer and plug it into the TV.
Yeah.
So
that's what I hate about it. So
that's kind of rough.
It's a big reason why I don't do Bowl TV. And now big tournaments I will go do. I'll pay like the one time.
Yeah.
I'll do that, but it's just I can't stand not being able to stream it. TV's too tall. I'm too short. I got to get a ladder to get up there and plug it in.
Yeah, and I'm big into the PWBA, so we'll talk about that here in a minute. And thanks, of course, again, Ilpad, Mr. Bill, and Brandon Atwood. Clicky on that.
Clicky bait
on them dollars. So
yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
It's for us to sit here and drink like idiots and ramble.
We've gone already on gas prices.
Yeah.
Do you have an Arsenal set for Nationals, Luke?
I'm working on it. And I think there's a bunch of stuff that's supposed to be coming out here and getting announced here soon. I think the Idle Cosmos is going to bump something out of the bag. I haven't figured out what exactly yet, but it's going to bump something out because that ball has to go. So I'm not really sure on that.
What's the drink flavor? We are drinking we're finishing up a Alaskan
Amber Ale.
That one was pretty good. I will say that.
That one was pretty solid. Trevor said he brought him over because he said he didn't really like ales or the ambers or something like that. So
really?
He brought a Fat Tire over too. We might dig into that here in a minute. I'm going to go to one of our
Fat Tire is good.
Ozark Beer Company. What we got here?
If you've never had Fat Tire, is a very good beer.
Hell, let's do the Irish Red here first before we get into the IPAs.
Right. And then we can dig in here a little bit into the PWBA, PBA stuff.
There was a lot of, as far as I can go through kind of the basic arsenal, I am taking a pitch black. I have to take one of those. I'm taking a ProMotion, of course. I am taking my mix. I'm just going to take one because there's enough other stuff that I want to take. My Dark Code is going. The Gem is going. The Idle Cosmos is going. I have an Axiom that's going. RSTX2 might go. I have a Torch It that is going, because that's kind of replacing my UFO alert. So dark code, gem, dark code, torch it, attention black pearl, axiom, promotion, idle cosmos, pitch black, mix, and I forgot to mention something in there probably. So there's a few balls in the bag there that I'm.
Infinite's not going to make the bag?
No, the Infinite is a little too boomy. It's in dark code territory, but the dark code's a little bit earlier and smoother.
If I was to drill one of those, would it overlap the dark code?
No, it would overlap your Jackal Ghost a little bit.
Okay.
But it's like a better Jackal Ghost because it doesn't have the kind of
Yeah.
It doesn't have an M on it. Let me put it that way.
Hey. Just kidding.
But that, I mean, I think that is really good news for people though, because we still don't really have a Venom Shock type of look. So there's a few looks out there that we're missing. We don't really have a Venom Shock type of look. The Hyped Hybrid is close, but it's just not there. We didn't have a Jackal Ghost type of look, which is very similar to the Covert Revolt. That's something I've been talking about for a while. The Infinite Physics is that type of look, or it's a stronger Rubicon. It kind of caught me by surprise. And the other look we don't really have is an Obsession Tour type look. So hopefully they're kind of working that direction. I mean, they don't ever tell us anything, so all I have to work with is rumors and other stuff.
Yeah. Worst chore, dishes or laundry. Give my 2 small kids laundry all day. I have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Laundry all day long.
Throw the camo in for doubles and singles. Being a lefty though, I'm just not going to get down to it, I think, because we talked to Spencer Robards yesterday, and he got kind of mixed up in team. He went 160, 240, 240, so we figured it out and, salvaged that set. But he started too far. He said he started too far left, and that's not. I kind of made a joke of like on the left side, that means literally throwing into the gutter off your hand. Like there's no way to start too far left on the left side. It just doesn't. That's not a thing. So he ended up playing like third arrow with his pitch black, and he said that was even. He said it looked okay, but he wasn't used to being able to play that much lane with it. So I can buy that there's going to be plenty of friction. But I really like to. I'm kind of in between. I'm in between like Trevor, who's a right-handed lefty. He likes to play a lot of lane, and I don't have the rev rate. I don't have the speed, but I kind of do like to bend it a little bit. I don't like to just kind of point it right down the lane. So I've got some stuff to work with. That Attention Black Pearl is going to come in really handy. That Torch is going to give me some stuff to work with. So I'm going to have some kind of somewhat cleaner stuff, and even I'm going to leave my ProMotion with the lane shine on it. So I'm going to have something else. My Axiom is going to have some surface on it. The Pitch Black is going to have some surface on it. The Gem is I'm probably going to reset that a little bit, and then my Dark Code's got 4K. I reset it to 4K, which is a different process from the 4K Fast because the Infinite comes at 4K. So I kind of wanted to do that. I'm going to reset the Cosmos, and so I'm going to have some stuff to work with. But I might want something a little bit cleaner. I might take that Hustle Pink. That might be the.
You gonna leave it shined up?
Mm-hmm.
Torches.
That way I'll have several different lengths. The Torch is kind of interesting. It's got the Idle Pearl cover. Oh yeah. The Idle Pearl. I drilled up that in the Synergy. I don't think the Synergy is going to make it, but that Idle Pearl might. I'm going to start taking that to league. Super glad to have that Idle Pearl back because that looks outstanding. My reviews, by the way, are coming out on Friday. So I'll have a review for the Infinite and the Cosmos. Some people that kind of jumped the gun.
Why are we yelling?
So you're yelling because I'm angry.
He's going to fight the camera.
Yeah. Public House, Flynn's Irish Red. This is from somewhere near Springfield, St. James, Missouri. So this is where we go down to the Greater Ozarks tournament. We always bring back a lot of Public House stuff.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I like it.
That's why we bring it back.
It's got like a coffee type flavor to it.
Yeah. So yes, the Cosmos looks outstanding. It is very outstanding. It's like a better IQ Tornado Pearl, or like a earlier and smoother Idle Pearl. I do have, and I did drill a fresh Idle Pearl for this. So I've got in the review, I've got Cosmos versus Synergy versus Idle Pearl, and Angel's going to have it versus the Helios. And this is something else I'm doing too. Angel is bowling on the house shot, and all of her stuff's always laid out the same. It's kind of funny that even higher level bowlers that mix it up a little bit, they tend to stay with, unless you're the pros, sometimes you got to do some really wild stuff depending on a specific situation to really lock something down. But most of the better bowlers tend to stick to 2, 3, 4 layouts depending on what they want. They just let the balls be the differences. Angel, it's so much easier to just use that one layout on everything. Symmetrics, ASIMs, and everything looks great, and we just let the balls be the differences. Anytime we've tried something different, it just sucks. And so if it doesn't look good, if a ball doesn't look good for Angel on the house shot with that layout, it's just not going to be any better doing anything else to it.
Right.
We might as well just let it go. And there's some, okay, well, we could probably do this or probably do this to force this to work. But she's got so much good stuff already that there's no reason to try to, let's plug it and re-drill it, or let's drill another one to make, we don't need to force anything to work. So, and yeah, like my buddy Storm B28, I use 3 layouts, nothing else. I use about 2 really. I've got an ASIM layout that I really like, and I got a symmetric layout that I really like. And if I need to kind of mix something up, whatever. But
I'm kind of the same way. I usually use 2 different ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we tend to kind of stick to similar stuff because if you have a bunch of different bowling balls, then you have a bunch of different layouts. You can overlap and flip back and forth, and that's what I've seen. People that use too many layouts tend to use them to offset what the ball naturally wants to do. So they're going to get like something that's supposed to be really early and flippy. And I'll go on ahead and go pin down on this.
Yeah.
And so they offset that, and then they get something like a high road. Well, I'm going to go with a really strong layout on this since it's got a weaker core. So I'm going to get it to spin up fast, and they end up with everything reacting the same because they use all these different layouts to kind of, mess with stuff.
You can get yourself into trouble. I'm doing that. Well,
so
you can say that.
Long story short, rambling aside, Angel's going to do she's on the house shot for everything. I'm on the 2019 double and singles pattern, heavier volume, lot flatter. And so I'm comparing in the Infinite review, I'm comparing the Dark Code, the Infinite, and the Astrophysics, because there's a lot of people that said, hey, because the Infinite looks like an Astro.
It does.
And
color-wise, yeah, it does.
Yeah, and everybody, it's an Astro replacement. It's not an Astro replacement. It's a longer and faster Dark Code type reaction, but it's not really, there's separation there. And it just looks so much like a stronger Rubicon or like a Jackal Ghost that's, better.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to say that.
Doesn't have an M on it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, the Infinite Physics is not an Astro. It's also not a Dark Code, though. And I do have a couple cool graphics in I do some cool and kind of different things with these reviews. So I'm kind of excited for these to come out.
Yep.
And then Angel compares the Infinite to the Nova. Those are going to be really good compliments. So
you're releasing them all at the same time, or?
Yeah, I'm releasing the 2 reviews on Friday because that's when our embargo. That's kind of when they. And I used to kind of get a little pissy about this because as soon as they announce the information, everybody wants to hear about it.
Yeah.
And if I put out any other videos, people are as soon as they get a notification, they're like, oh, it's just this video. They don't want to see or talk about anything else until I put up some videos about the balls that they want to see. But at the same time, Storm has to announce stuff early enough to where pro shops, distributors can get an idea how much stock they want to have, because it's a big problem either having too much stock or not enough stock. So they announce it early enough to where they can kind of gauge public response and figure out how much they want to order of something. But 5 weeks in advance is kind of too early to start really pushing something. Because I mean, that's just, it gives people, and it also gives people enough time, as if they really are interested in something, it gives them enough time to start saving some money up. But they don't want the staffers or anybody else to really start, putting content out there and pushing it, I guess, until about 3 weeks before release date, which makes sense. And so I can agree with them on that. But by this time, some people don't pay attention to the rules and they put stuff up early. Then with all the videos coming in from Japan and Korea, and then the stuff that people are, putting videos with demo balls up there, because for some reason they have the demo balls out there just about right after they announce the stuff. So the general public's out there throwing stuff in a demo, and the staffers that are running the demo can't tell the people throwing these balls anything about the balls because they haven't really thrown them yet. And so you have people that haven't thrown the balls yet trying to sell them to people who are throwing the balls, which just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I mean, by the time we finally get down to, okay, it's 21 days before release day, we're going to start putting videos up. There's already 10 videos up between the people who jumped the gun.
Yeah.
And Korean, Japanese videos. And by that time, nobody really wants to see any more of the ball. And so it kind of sucks from a views perspective. But
oh yeah, no doubt.
So
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday's the day. What time?
I have no idea. I might do them at like noon or something.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. That's probably the people going to watch them on their lunch break and do them at like 12 and 12:15, or probably 12 and 12:30. Well, no, they're about 10, 11, 12 minutes long a piece. So.
They're about 10 or 11 minutes a piece, you said? That's a good length.
Yep, and I'll have some comparisons and stuff, and then I'll have the Build-A-Bag videos that come out on release day. That's another thing, too, is that if we start pushing stuff right now, it's kind of funny that everybody wants to get on the information. They want to get the information out there first, but then it's crickets on release day. It's like, hey, these are available now, but nobody cares because they already announced something else, and we're on to that. So I'm going to try to split the gap between, okay, everybody wants to hear about this, so let's get this information out. But when it's release day, let's still put some stuff up about it. I've got some more probably comparisons I'm going to do for the Zen Soul, because that just came out a couple weeks ago, and then I've got some more comparisons I'm working on for the Infinite and the Cosmos.
Yep.
But yeah.
Okay. So. Recommend anywhere to stop on the way home from Vegas on Sunday when we roll through Topeka. Norseman Brewing Company, but you can hold off because we're going there anyways.
Yeah, we're going there anyway.
I like Blind Tiger too. Blind Tiger's got good food as well.
Yeah, Blind Tiger's a good place to stop.
It's a brewery as well.
I can't think of a whole lot of other places. We ended up, 23rd Street Brewery and Lawrence is good. It is good. There is some better stuff starting to come into Topeka, but we still kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to say because Topeka is still just kind of dominated by fast food chains.
Iron Rail would be another good one too. Downtown Topeka. Iron Rail's good. They've got good food. Mm-hmm. I haven't tried too much of their house beers.
They're okay. They're solid.
They have a great saison.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things that it's kind of like if you want a good whiskey, you go for Jack Daniels. If you want a good, solid Scotch, you go for like a Johnny Walker.
Oh yeah.
But it's nothing special or exciting, but it'll kind of scratch the itch. Yep. But it's not anything, super outstanding or different.
Oh yes, the Pennant as well. Pennant has bowling lanes in it. I would not suggest taking your bowling balls and throwing them in there, but they've also got old arcade machines and stuff. And their food was the one time we ate. I think we were with you and Angel, right? And Brent Coleman. Yeah. Food was really good.
Yeah, I think that would be the most interesting place to stop because Iron Rail is good, but it's still a brewery. Blind Tiger they've got really, really good stuff.
All around food too.
Yeah, everything's pretty good, and it's a little bit older type of feeling. Yep. So it's very cool inside. It's pretty big, and it's kind of a little bit of a unique experience.
The building is old, but it's really, really cool.
Yeah,
I've always liked that building.
but the pennant's probably the most different
Yeah.
experience that you'll have if you're looking for something different. It's got a little bit of Dave and Buster's and a little bit of like a Andy B's or something like that. They have the bowling lanes and whatever else, so they've got a little bit of everything. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. All right. Move into the PBA stuff here.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about. Do you want to start PWBA? You want to start PBA?
Well, let's start with the King of the Lanes, because they had the King of the Lanes and then they had the King of the Lanes Family Edition. They kind of overlap nights. They started off with the King of the Lanes Family Edition and then kind of rolled into the regular King of the Lanes.
And I will say, I got to watch all the episodes, but the very last one, because that was Thursday and we were camping. I thought that format was really cool with the family, like getting to see Tom Smallwood, Sun Bowl, Guppy going out there. Unfortunately, those two teams are going when they put him up against. They should have put him up against to start with, like Guppy and his dad, Guppy and Kyle and his dad, Guppy. Because I mean, let's be honest, he didn't stand a chance against. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Guppy kind of struggles to even throw a bowling ball now.
Yeah, because he had a stroke, right?
Yeah, he just kind of totters up there and chucks it the best he can. But he made a 310, which was
he did the crotch chop.
Mm-hmm.
He did the Pete Weber crotch chop, so that was pretty good. I did really like getting to see like Smallwood's kid up there throwing it.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. It's different.
Yep, he picked up a small washout. It was the 1-3 or the 1-2-10, so that was kind of cool to watch that.
And then Ronnie Russell's son actually is pretty good.
Yeah, Ronnie Russell's kid's pretty good, and then they had the big superstars, Chris and Ryan Barnes. Ryan's really good. Both of Parker's kids are good. We see
Justin a lot.
Yeah, we see Justin a lot because he bowls with Spencer Robards in some of the KC tournaments. But they had Justin Bone on, and he's one of the better lefties I've ever seen. Just period. I mean, I still think Trevor's better.
Yeah.
But I mean, Trevor's also 26, 27.
He's got more.
And Justin's 17.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Justin's got just tons and tons of talent.
Well, he announced where he was going to college, too. I can't remember where.
Yeah, I can't remember where he was going to college. I don't think it's Wichita.
It wasn't Wichita. I was surprised he didn't go join his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm shocked that Wichita State didn't scoop him up, too. But
yeah, might be Nebraska or Wisconsin Whitewater.
No, I think it was a smaller school. It wasn't. It wasn't a bigger school. I was kind of shocked.
Yeah.
I want to say it might have been Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yeah. Yeah, because Wisconsin Whitewater is kind of right on that kind of tipping point. They're not huge, but they're a good bowling school.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know why. I can't remember where. I saw it not too long ago, and I feel like a ding dong. But when does Live Bowling start up?
Yeah. Will the Infinite Physics be much different than the RSTX2? Yes. Yes. The Infinite Physics is much stronger than the RSTX2. Both, it's got a stronger core and quite a bit stronger cover. And I actually have, that's one of the things in the Infinite review, I have the core cover strength chart that Storm put out. And so I show where the balls rank in relation to each other on paper, at least. And then we get to see it on the lane too. Yeah. So that's a neat little, whoa.
Well.
Calm down, sir.
Easy, killer.
Or ma'am.
But yeah, that's actually I would love an organization to start something up like Live Golf for bowling. That would be awesome.
Some blood and oil money.
Yeah, some blood and oil money. Just in general. Brandon Bone, Mount Mercy.
Brandon. What did I say? Justin Bone.
Justin's the one that we see all the time.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, Brandon Bone is going to Mount Mercy.
And I don't know much about Mount Mercy. I just remember seeing it at a smaller school.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
Man.
What happened?
I don't know. Got a lot of head on that one.
You yeeted on it.
Yeah. Ozark Beer Company, India Pale Ale. So this is kind of cool. I like the can.
What is it?
Yeah, India Pale Ale.
Ozark Beer.
Smells hoppy.
Oh, yeah, that's hoppy, for sure. For sure. So anyways, my goodness, dude, you're just drinking foam.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought that the King of the Lanes Family Edition was really cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was a bunch of fun to see.
I really wish I could have watched the last show.
Yeah.
Just because apparently Carolyn's daughter's pretty good.
Yeah, she doesn't really. Again, she doesn't put a whole lot on it, but she's accurate. She actually puts a little bit less on it than Carolyn does. Where was? I can't remember where she said Alyssa was going. Because we just talked to her on the Bowler Show a couple weeks ago, and she still terrifies me.
It was really,
dude. If you watch her on the King of the Lanes or whatever, like she's taking it super serious. She's like getting all pissed, and we're talking like a frame or two into the match, and she's getting all frustrated and super excited and whatever else. But it was very cool for her and Alyssa to win. They took down the Barnes crew, and then they beat.
Alyssa's going to Vanderbilt.
Oh, okay.
Then they beat Brandon, and yeah.
Oh yeah, Vanderbilt, because that's where Josie Barnes is at.
Yep.
Josie Barnes is the coach at Vanderbilt, so she's going to Josie Barnes, which is cool.
So she's going to NCAA. Vanderbilt might have the best facilities out there. Nebraska's new upgraded facilities is pretty good. I don't know if you saw some of theirs but they're pretty much, they only have a women's team, right, in Nebraska? Or do they have a men's team that's not NCAA?
I think they might have that because there are a few that have women's teams that are NCAA, and then they don't have any men's NCAA.
They might have like intramural or something like that.
So
let's see, what do we got here? Early was bowling was popular in the UK as it is in the US. Any tips for bowling on the Carmen Salvino 44? Please have a competition this weekend. That's a good question.
They were bowling on that for one of the shows, or it might have been the King of the Lanes that they were actually bowling on it for. So it's not. It'll keep you honest, but it's not terribly difficult.
The volume was low too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not very high volume, so it's one of those that's really tricky it can be tricky because it's longer, which makes it feel heavier, but then it's lighter volume, so you end up having to use kind of like weaker shells, but still stuff that rolls strong. So it'd be stuff like a Nova would look really good.
Yeah, and you're going to probably want some surface. You're probably going to want some surface at least early, and then as you probably get into something shinier as you get left, but a little sharper angles as you get left, that is. But good luck to you on that.
Yeah, let me pull it up here and see.
Bowling, I don't know what that is. I haven't thrown a ball in like 2.5 weeks.
Yes, they might have. Yeah, this is one of those PBA patterns, so they don't put those up or give those out for free. Really.
Yeah, good luck finding that.
Yeah,
we're trying to find it. Sorry, guys. Bear with us.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Golf and bowl leagues are fun. Yeah, Jason. They do one in Lawrence. I don't know if they do one in Topeka in our area, but I know the one in Lawrence. They golf one week. It's 9 holes, doubles, and then the week after they bowl. So they alternate. Golf, then bowl, and golf, then bowl. And then if it rains, they bowl that week. Mm-hmm. And somehow, some way, I think the standings tie together, and they kind of carry, like if your golf score standings carry over to the bowling score standings. I'm not really sure. I've never done it, but I've heard they're a blast. Mm. Sterling does the same day. So Sterling bowls. I knew Sterling did one forever. So Sterling bowls and golfs the same day. That'd be fantastic. I'd hurt.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of this one. It's okay, but
it's hoppy.
Yeah. It's a little hoppy. It's a little skunky almost, too.
It is. And speaking of, if we did that in the same day, I don't know if I could have done that. Speaking of golf, we'll talk a little bit about that. 10 points for golf, 10 points for bowl.
Yeah, we can kind of use that as a little break in here. I haven't golfed in a long time. Matter of fact, I pulled a bunch of expired like sunflower seeds and all kinds of stuff out of my golf bag to go set that up. And so we went out and we played a little bit. We played a 9-hole course 1.5 times on Friday night to kind of warm up.
I thought we got about 15 holes done.
Yeah. I think we got 14 or 15 holes in, and it was not great.
It was
for
hot.
The majority of it. Yeah, it was kind of hot, but it wasn't that bad. And then Saturday we played a 4-person scramble for the Sacred Heart Catholic Church.
Yeah, and that's a big tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was 36 teams there.
36 teams. We were B, so we started. So we had somebody tee off in front of us before we even started. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was It was a good time. We ended up cashing too.
Yeah. In the first flight.
Yep. First flight, third place.
And we didn't even cheat that much.
I tell you what, I was expecting that 14, 15 under. Somebody was going to pencil push 14, 15 under. To see that the winner got 11 under, I could see it.
Yeah. With a good group, and you got 4 people hitting. Basically, for those of you that don't understand a scramble, what you do is you have 4 people in your group, and everybody hits the ball. But then the next time you go hit the ball, you just pick the best shot to continue to hit from.
Yes.
So everybody so if you have somebody that just goes right down the middle, and somebody else shanks it that way and hits it that way, or just kind of tops it and it just kind of bounces 3 or 4 feet. Everybody just goes and hits from the best shot that the 4 of you hit, and you just continue to kind of do that. And so it makes it go a little bit quicker, and it just makes it a little bit more fun than everybody having to play their own ball.
Especially if you're not playing well.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's a whole bunch of.
We drank a lot of beer. We played a lot of golf.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
and it was hot.
Oh, it was hot.
And I still managed to get burnt somehow. I had 70 SPF. Yeah, I know. I had
wrist.
Yeah, on my wrist. Because I had I wore a long sleeve shirt, and then I had a glove on, and then I had my watch on, and I had the shirt. Somehow I got burnt on my frickin'
wrist.
Yeah, on my wrist.
Can you see it?
And the back of my hand is burnt. You can't really see it that well there, but it's burnt a little bit. And then I got a little bit on my neck. I put sunscreen on 3 times.
You did. I saw your arm, and I was like, my goodness, dude, you're burnt.
Yeah.
Damn gingers, I swear.
Yeah.
I swear. Talk about ginger swag.
All right. Angel found the pattern chart. So
for the Carmen Salvino? Yeah. There it is. I can't see the numbers that well until it pops up.
I'll pop the
once it pops up, yeah.
James found it. Okay. It's 44 feet. It is 29 mils, so it is actually very heavy. I thought it was lighter.
I thought it was lighter too.
Well, this is the 2019, so they could have changed some things. It's fairly heavy, kind of long, so you're probably going to need stuff that's actually going to hook. So gem, reality, proton physics, dark code, reality. I said reality. Idle Helios, Axiom if you still got one. So stronger stuff.
29 mils. Yeah, so that's a little heavier than we thought.
It's 2.2 to 1, so it's pretty flat too. So yeah, you're going to want stronger stuff. You're going to want stronger stuff with some surface on it. So yeah.
That's a house shot.
Yep, hit the like button. Thanks there, Clint.
Clint's out here doing the Lord's work as always.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just one of those at 44 feet and 30 mils. Basically, you just need strength. You need strength. Period.
Gonna need some teeth for sure.
Yeah. And it's actually asymmetric a little bit towards the left side, which is weird.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense. The last thing that you want to do is force the lefties closer to the gutter where they can use urethane up 5. It's the last thing you want to do.
Purple Hero 500.
So yeah, I played in a 4-man scramble last year. I think a team turned in a 57. We were a good 20 strokes behind. we got to like -3.
We got to 4.
So yeah, you thought we got to 4, and then you said
it was 3.
Yeah, we ended up at 3, but that was still. I mean, it was still decent.
That was with me counting in my head all day because I didn't want to screw something up on the app. So every time I put the number in, it would just automatically, and I hit save score, it goes to the next hole, and it doesn't tell you where you're at. You can see a leaderboard, but I didn't want to lose the app or something.
Yeah.
I hear Casa de Haas has some awesome barbecue. I do cook well. I do like to grill.
Altered reality would probably be okay. You have to take the shine off of it, I think. The UC2, that's a little clean too, but I guess you're saying you got that stuff for the later breakdown. So yeah, you're probably, depending on how long the tournament lasts, you might get into that stuff. But
yeah, if it's an 8 gamer, I could see it for sure. Casa de Haas has some awesome BBQ. Oh, he's talking about because I got that grill. Did you see that grill Amanda got me?
All right,
pretty slick.
Yeah, there's the Salvino, the 2022 version. It's actually asymmetric on the right side this time, so they figured out what they were doing. It's about the same. 44 feet. It's 2. They softened it up just a little bit. It's 2.8 to 1 rather than 2.2. And the volume, they bumped it. They cut a 0.5 mil off of it. So,
Yeah, you're still going to want teeth.
Yep.
You're still going to want some stronger stuff.
You're still going to need stronger stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you don't have that high of a rev rate. So, cool. Thanks to James and Angel for getting that all worked out.
Yup.
Need to finish up this stuff and get on some good beer.
Speaking of barbecue, we need to cook some stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got that rub up there. That would actually be something really interesting because there's this place called Pepper Palace in Branson. They have several of them there now, and we got some really good rubs and stuff. I don't know if I've had you smell that whiskey seasoning that we put on our wings before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
it smells amazing.
Might have to have Angel run us down some of them seasonings for us to kind of like sample because they do hot stuff, but they also do regular stuff. Like they've got a sweet bourbon rub.
Yeah.
The sauce is really good, and I got a ghost pepper rub. I got a thing of that from my brother, and he really liked it. And so yeah, we just need to. We got a tequila rub, so it's like lime and salt and a little bit of tequila flavor. Dry rub versus marinated. What we like to do, we got an air fryer, and so what we do is I just go ahead and cut the chicken up. And then I put the dry rub on it and, kind of put it in a bowl and mix everything up. And then we just put it in the air fryer and it comes out ridiculous. I mean, it's nice. It's nice and crispy and the flavor's good. And it's just insane.
To me, it depends on so if I'm cooking steak, I prefer it to be marinated and sitting in there for a little bit. But if I'm running out of time, there's nothing wrong with dry rub. If I'm eating wings, always covered in sauce.
Mm-hmm.
No, not a dry rub guy when it comes to that. But I've got some good dry rubs at home myself.
Mm-hmm.
Some really, really good stuff. I've got some stuff on burgers. Oh, I think you tried it.
I was going to just tell you to talk about your smash burger.
Oh, yeah. I make some smash burgers that are just out of this world, but they're not terribly hard to make. But the seasoning that I've got to try and remember what it is. It is good. That's going to make me mad. Trying to remember what that rub is, but yeah, smash burgers. I forgot you and Angel got to have the smash burgers one time.
Oh yeah,
they're killer.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Halloween 2022 again.
I won't have to be a female this time, right?
Yeah. But just whatever we want to get pictures for. I still need that blow up unicorn costume. We might have to do that. We might have to find a couple different because they've got the blow up dinosaur that everybody loves. Well, they have a blow up unicorn. I'm sure that they have plenty of other things. So we might have to be 3 of those or something. But man, the looks from the kids when you got the Robin Williams 5 o'clock shadow going on.
I know. I've got this wig, big old set, heels that I can't walk in, and then just this thick beard because my beard was pretty long at that time. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, well there'll be more for that. Propane versus charcoal. Charcoal, if I had to pick between the two, but I prefer pellet grills. So. But we'll have to try and get it. So I've got the big green egg. Love the grill. Yeah, the big green egg. I always wanted one, but
that stuff sucks.
Man, I'm just really partial to my pellet grills. Pellet grills, because you can get with the pellet grills, you can get different flavors. You can get charcoal flavored pellets. You can get competition blend. You can get mesquite, and I actually like mesquite.
So this is also Ozark Beer Company, but it's an American pale ale. So we're going to see what the difference is. Hopefully,
got the big green. Yeah, those big green eggs are awesome, though. You can get a small one for like $500. We were at Shields that one day, and they wanted it was like $400 for one of those little eggs, the tabletop one.
Yeah.
It's like, holy smokes.
Let's see if I can.
Am I limiting myself by only using hammer balls? Yes.
Yeah, anybody, and I'd make that argument for everything.
Yeah, if you're throwing just hammer balls on the B7 line, you're definitely limiting yourself.
Mr. Bill, Infinite versus Proton is the obvious question. I do have that in Angel's doing the Infinite versus the Proton. That's the other thing I forgot. She does compare it. I do compare it to the Nova in the review, but I also have it versus the Proton, and it's just not. They're not that close. The Infinite rolls differently than the other physics balls.
Here, let me check this
The other physics balls, which is kind of interesting because Darren Tang in his video that he put up way too early, he says that the infinite for him is kind of forward, and we don't have it forward at all. We have it very, very continuous. Matter of fact, the other physics line balls have been pretty angular and kind of slightly forward, a lot like the reality line, but the infinite is crazy continuous, very continuous. So it doesn't shape like the other physics balls, and so it does offer. It is a step down from the Proton because NEX is super crazy diggy. Plus the Proton came at 2,000 rather than 4,000, so that's going to help it out a little bit too. But the Proton's diggier and it's a little bit more forward off the end of the pattern. And again, the infinite is just like a really strong Rubicon, or very similar to a Jackal Ghost.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Retro Evergrande. Same here. Same here. Tang is Stafford bias.
That's better.
Yes.
It's still not great, but it's better.
Yeah, I throw everything too since leaving motive. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It looks good. I'm going to drill it because I think the next ball I'm going to drill is an X2, I think.
It's kind of watery.
Holy crap, that is watery. Oh, I like the other one better.
Yeah,
That one tastes like soap.
I don't like either of them. I almost don't even want to drink it.
That one tastes like soap.
Yeah, this doesn't even have the alcohol content on here because that's what I was trying to figure out with.
It's 0.
Yeah. This might be a beer-free beer.
Jason, I own every brand, but just throw High Road.
Yeah. And Jonathan's Old Phase 3. Yeah, I don't see the alcohol content on here.
Oh yeah,
anywhere. That's
I forget
really
that
weird.
Jason has my old Phase 3. He's the only one that's ever shot 300 with that ball.
Yeah.
Well, mine. I told him he shot more honor scores with it than I did. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, so no more Ozark Beer Company stuff because that last
first one was good.
it was okay, but this.
You talking about was the last one we did was the only Ozark beer one we had?
Yeah. It was the first one that we had. So yeah, this is an India Pale Ale. This also doesn't have the alcohol content. I don't know how you can actually make a beer can label that does not have the alcohol content. I don't even know if you can do that. Apparently you can because they don't have it on here.
Maybe you can in Arkansas.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're in Arkansas.
Yeah, you can do just about anything in Arkansas.
It just says 12. Oh my gosh. If anybody in here is watching and lives in Arkansas, we're sorry.
Yeah, Darren just put up the Cosmos video. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, none of those are supposed to come out until Friday, and I've sent several emails off, and apparently nothing's been done with those, so I'll just have to suck it up and suffer.
Illegal bootleg beer.
Kind of does what they want to do. So,
well, if their beer tastes like that, I'd almost rather drink a sour.
Yeah, this is not good. And it just doesn't. Bud Zero tastes more like beer than this does.
Yeah.
So
that's a fact, actually. So I have 27 balls going to base. In August for the military tourney, Storm is offering the Nova and IQ Tour. What should I get? Both are good though.
Yeah, the Nova. I need to drill another Nova because I didn't give it enough time to begin with because it was slower than everything else, and I had trouble kind of getting it to do something, but I keep kind of going in waves. Like I get a little bit better. I start throwing it good, and then I start throwing it bad again. I start throwing it good. And so I should have held on to it a little bit longer. I gave it several chances, and it was just slower than a lot of the other stuff I was using. But if I had a Nova, it would probably be going to Nationals with me, is the problem. So
yeah. The IQ Tour, though, is so good. It's hard not to say IQ Tour.
Yeah.
It's so good. What are your other 27?
Yeah. And Darren is really, he's taken off. He's kind of going the Brad and Kyle direction. And I think that they have a good combination of a lot of personality. They do the vlog things. They kind of fit more the young Twitch crowd.
Yeah.
And, like Packy too. They're just younger and more fun. They kind of do a little bit of both. They give you enough information, but they kind of present it in a very fun, entertaining way, and people are enjoying watching that stuff more than the kind of, the more serious technical reviews.
We should do some random stuff and do like a match.
Oh yeah,
and then do a video and actually just record it
stuff,
and not go live. Just record it and get on there and do it. We could do something like that.
But I mean, yeah, Darren. But at the same time, we were talking about that too. Like they're pros, they should be more popular than I am.
100%.
I mean, it just that just should be a thing.
That's what they do for a living.
Well, and especially because they only have a tour like 4 months out of the year. So what else are they doing aside from that? So while it does suck to see my views kind of take a little bit of a hit because Darren's in the space and Stu Williams, who I've actually kind of talked to. And that's the fun thing about the Bowler Show. Now that we've been talking to people, I kind of get to know people that I hadn't previously known, like Mark Anderson, the guy that's always in the Storm booth at Nationals.
Yes.
I see him every year.
Yeah.
But I told him last night, I don't want to be that guy that walks in and is like, "Hi, I make bowling videos and put them on YouTube." So I'm kind of important. And he says that he's like, you know what? They do have something with Chris Barnes that whenever Chris shows up to the booth, he has to come in and say, "Hey, I'm Chris Barnes. Perhaps you've heard of me." And so he said, so when you come out to Nationals here, it's still a month away, still over a month away actually. But he said, whenever you get out here, you got to come into the booth and say, "Hi, my name's Luke Rosedal. Perhaps you've heard of me."
You should.
So I've got to remember to do that.
You should do it. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta choke this one down. Oh. I don't even know what that tastes like. It just tastes like junk.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Packy does some good stuff. Packy he does a lot of stuff other than just ball reviews though. He does like the pros versus Joe, the pros versus college stud or something like that. I don't remember, but he does some good stuff. And there's some stuff too that I'm not a huge fan of that he does, but I know that he likes. He's good at. What is it? The video that he does that I really like, the video style. Anyways, a lot of his stuff go where he pretty much gives away what happens in the video at the start of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why? Why did you do that?
I don't know. It just, they're more fun and entertaining, and I'm kind of stuck in the more technical thing. But I think, at the same time, that means that the people that are watching my stuff are actually interested in buying the stuff, rather than just kind of seeing an entertaining video. So while it sucks for me from a numbers standpoint, because obviously the more traffic I get, the more ad revenue I get, which is not a ton, but it's not nothing by any stretch. But I know that the people that are watching me are actually interested in
the actual product,
competitive bowling, and buying stuff and really wanting to know where stuff fits. Whereas their crowd are kind of just, oh, this is fun and I want to watch, but they're not really kind of. Yeah, John's struggling with that beer. I think he needs a sour to cleanse his palate.
That's not good.
Yeah, this is so bad. I'm actually getting more sober drinking this than I don't feel like it. So we had a couple good ones, and I was starting to. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, feeling pretty good. Now that I've had this, I don't feel like I've had anything.
That might be one of the worst beers I've ever had.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Sorry, Ozark Beer Company, but like I tell people when they say it's not my job to lie about shitty products. It's their job to make a product that I don't have to lie about. So, I mean, if it
Ozark will not be sponsoring our show anytime soon.
But
I'm gonna go ahead and put this where it belongs, right in the trash.
Yeah. Angel says I can get that pickle stuff out. I'd almost rather do one of these pickle vodkas than this nonsense.
I'd like to see it.
No, I'd take this. I'd check this all day, even over that. I could get you out one of them cans of the spicy the Bloody Mary mix.
No,
which
sir.
I still need to put that in, because my dad used to make just. People that do macaroni and tomatoes.
Yeah.
My dad used to do it with macaroni and tomato sauce and V8 juice. And then you'd add the spicy V8 juice.
Okay.
It's great. But drinking that crap by itself.
That's terrible.
Awful.
It sat in the same spot as it was the first
Putting it
time.
in macaroni and adding some Parmesan cheese, that's a totally different story. That'd be amazing. So.
Yeah. That sounds delicious. This beer, Steve, is not good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I usually dig Packy's ball reviews since he tends to break down the scenarios when he used the ball. And yeah, that's what him and Darren Tang do a really good job of kind of meeting you in the middle. It's fun and entertaining, but they do give you some real information. Like Darren's Infinite Physics review was very good. And he even explains, he compared it to the RST X2, and the X2 is a weaker ball than the Infinite.
Yeah.
But it was covering more boards
right.
than the Infinite. And he had to say, it's like, yeah, well, it's more responsive. He said there's plenty of friction. And so that's why the Infinite's going a little forward, and that's why the X2 looks like it's more dynamic or looks like it's actually hooking more, because like it's a house shot. I have plenty of friction. Mm-hmm. And he's like, these are things that you have to learn. Just because it looks like it's hooking more doesn't mean it's actually hooking more. So he's like, when you want to get to that next level, you have to figure out how to differentiate those things. So pickled vodka, bleh. Macaroni and tomatoes. Yeah, that's a thing around here. If you go to Lambert's, they have macaroni and tomatoes. And so they just kind of mash up some tomatoes.
Sorry, done with it.
Macaroni, whatever else, and it's pretty good. But if you do macaroni and spicy V8 juice, and then you get some Parmesan cheese, not the shredded Parmesan, not the powdered Parmesan, and put that all together, it's really, you just have to trust me, it's really good. It's different, but it's really good.
You want me to eat frog legs? How do you want me to trust you?
Oh, yeah. Frog legs are great.
No.
All right, I need to.
I see them sitting on the plate, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Fish chicken. Fish chicken, man.
What are we going to now?
We're probably going to do one of these Shafley's. We got a pale ale. We got a low-cal IPA, or we have the just a bit hazy IPA.
Let's do the low-cal IPA, because I've got one of those at home and I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
Is that the one from the variety pack?
Yep.
I want to try it.
We'll probably have to do that. I love hazy IPAs. I've really been getting into those.
Frog legs jump in the pan.
Frog legs. I'm telling you what, fish chicken. Yeah, macaroni and chili works too. I believe it.
Ooh, I would try that.
Yeah, I would believe that.
I would definitely try that. Chili in general. I'm ready for the beer and chili again.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. A buddy of ours does a beer and chili contest, and we go over there and I was about to say that we get to watch the Chiefs lose a game, but the Chiefs are actually good. They've been good for several years now, so pretty happy about that.
Gross.
The Royals are awful. He's a Broncos fan, so I don't even know.
That's different.
Yeah. Well, it's a low-cal IPA, so it probably should be a little different.
Good. I'm watching my figure. I'm starting to get fat again. Nope.
Oh.
That way.
I took Aspen to the vet today because she broke a dew claw.
Angel told me about that.
Yeah, and she actually lost some weight.
Oh.
She's down from 62 to 55. And Aspen's kind of funny because she looks like she's chunky, but I swear, she looks like a Shiba.
She's built.
She looks like a Shiba Inu, and that's what they said. Oh, so, well, she's lost. And I said, yeah, she looks chunky, but she's just stout. And they're like, oh, he's okay. So you have been trying to get her to lose weight, and it showed up on the scale. So, but yeah, she's stocky, very stocky.
Sorry, maybe you'll grow some hoes.
Yeah.
She is stocky. Walmart Broncos.
Yeah,
oh,
that's why we call her Piggy. Or Puggles. Call her Puggles.
Denver Broncos for life.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I was talking to kind of put that joke in there. We were talking to Wes Pye last night, who's the vice president of branding or something like that for Storm. So he's the guy that everybody talks to whenever they want to license the logo for apparel or any other things that they're doing. And he's like 20% that, and then 80% other duties as assigned, that kind of thing.
He was a big wig with Global when they were by themselves. I know West Pilots. Yeah.
So now he's doing some big things for Storm, and we talked to him a little bit last night too, and we were talking about the senior masters that they had, and of course the one that Pete got disqualified from, we'll never know if he'd have made his way out of the losers bracket, but it was a pretty big show, and Dino Castillo won his first professional tournament ever.
Yeah, he's never won on the national tour, and I don't think he ever won on the regional tour.
No, he's got some regionals because they did talk about that.
Okay, so he does.
They did talk about that, so he's got some regional titles, but he's never won a national tour stop or a senior tour. This is the first one, and he won a major. And but he's known for always wearing Dallas Cowboy jerseys.
Yeah, he's
always. And I said that was probably the reason he hasn't won anything, because it's just so hard to win with a Dallas Cowboys jersey on. But
that's a good topic.
Yeah,
That's.
I'm not a car guy though.
Not even a little.
Not really.
Let's talk about Mustangs. So you are a car guy.
Yeah. Enough of a car guy to know that I hate Mustangs.
He has a ball rep. Yeah, he reps on the national tour now for Brunswick.
Kind of a little bit. Or Dino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dino does a little bit of both, yeah.
He still bowls too. You can cheer.
I love Mustangs. I love Mustangs. I love Mustangs so much.
What was your first car, by the way?
I love them too much.
I love Lamp.
Yeah.
I love Lamp.
No. My first car was a Buick Century.
Buick Century. Mine was a Mercury Cougar.
Mm-hmm. It's about the same thing.
Yes, it was a Mercury Cougar, and I wrecked that bad boy a few months after I had it. Amanda was even in the car, so I know I love Mustangs too. So don't hate. But I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to get a new car. So
yeah.
My car's a piece of junk. So
yeah.
The 2014 Ford Fusion. I actually got stranded leaving your house after a show a few weeks ago. So that's been about a month ago now. But yeah, I'm going to buy a Kia Forte GT, which is it's going to have one of the higher end packages on it. So we get turbo and everything else on it. So I want to go fast.
Yeah. It kind of sounds like a joke but Kias have gotten so much better. They've gotten respectable.
I was going to get the hundreds right.
Yeah.
But yes, they are. And they're selling the crap out of it.
Yeah, Kias are, it's kind of the rare thing of Kia used to just be the cheap car. The cheap car with the 100,000-mile warranty, and you went and bought a Kia Forte or a Kia whatever.
Yep.
Just because you wanted something cheap. And now they're legitimate cars.
Yeah.
Like they're very, very good, reliable, whatever else. And so they kind of made their brand into more than just the budget, budget brand. So
no, the Forte GTs are pretty cool. I was actually going to get a K5, and wife found those, and I can get the higher end package for one of those, and get turbo and all that on it, and it'll be pretty quick. And they're good looking cars. I mean, fully loaded. It's got everything from drive itself in a lane.
Oh, yeah, the Kia Rio. If you wanted it, you could get a Kia Rio 15, 20 years ago for like $8,000 or $9,000 with a 100,000-mile warranty on it.
Oh yeah. Get the Kia Stinger. I saw one of those today at the dealership. The Stingers are sexy.
Yeah, I think Chris Leftwich either had one or was after one. I think he's actually got one. They're
pretty.
But
the Forte GTs actually, with the high-end package, actually have everything in them that a Stinger has. They look almost identical. Just the inside is the Fortes are smaller, so their center consoles and stuff are a little different. But I've looked all over the place. All I know is I've got to get rid of that piece of junk before it goes. I told Amanda I'm not driving anymore.
Oh man, I've got a Civic Si, so it's a little 2-door coupe.
Yeah.
Standard. We got it paid off, and it's only got 75,000 miles on it. It's a 2012, so I think we're going to upgrade here before too long, because it just once it gets so old, it starts losing.
It starts losing its value.
It starts losing the value, and then.
But you're low mileage.
Yeah, it's low mileage, and so I just want to get something a little bit newer, more current, whatever else that maybe has a warranty left on it. But this one, it's already paid off, and if anything happens to it, it's not really that big of a deal. And with that, I could probably drive it for another 200,000 miles. So
that thing,
it's something I could run into the ground if I really wanted to. But
a couple friends at Fortes are better for turbo. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait. My dad actually, Woody, he works for Ford. He works in the Ford plant. So he used to put the transmissions in the Escapes, and now he drives around like a forklift all day.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he does now. How do you fraternity doesn't the back end drag? Yeah. We'll drive Amanda's car for that kind of stuff. She was been on keeping a car because we like having a car for the gas mileage.
Is hers an Escape?
Yep.
Or okay.
Yep. Is that a Forte, a 4-door or hatchback? It is 4-door. Angel has the Edge. I really like the Edges. I looked at Edges, and Amanda was pretty set on wanting to keep a car, and that's fine. I like having a little car too. So
yeah,
gas mileage and whatnot. But hey, it is what it is. She said I can keep a car. That's fine. But if I was going to get an SUV, it was probably going to be a Sportage or an Edge. But to compare the prices between the two, I could get a Sportage cheaper than I can get an Edge.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of stuff is kind of going up.
Oh yeah.
The Kia Soul, the hamster car. Could have gotten a hamster car.
There's so that it wants to be cool, and then it looks like somebody's leaning on it.
Yeah.
On the top, and it kind of does this number.
Yeah. I'm gonna get an HRV or whatever is that a Toyota? I can't remember. It's the hatch, kind of halfway between like a CRV and a Civic or something like that. So it's kind of a hatchback, but it's not a hatchback. It's almost like a bigger Nissan Juke or something like that.
I think
so. Angel knows what it is.
I want to do. I really wanted to Focus ST. I was going to buy one used. We can't buy them brand new anymore. But the Focus ST, the little hatches, little sporty hatches, they're cool. They're not stupid fast by any means.
Yeah.
But Amanda refuses to learn to drive a stick. So, and they all come manually, I believe. I haven't seen one automatic. So. Yeah,
I like driving a stick shift because it's fun. Sometimes it's annoying when you need your hands for other things.
Yeah.
But I'm okay. I'm okay moving to something that's automatic. When I do drive automatic stuff, I don't really miss it. Now I do kind of like milking my gas mileage.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of playing around with the gas mileage. I can do that a little bit in an automatic, but it's not quite as fun as the stick shift. But then there's other times where, a manual is kind of annoying.
Yeah, so. I loved driving a manual. That's all I would buy.
Mm-hmm.
And once I moved out here and whatnot, she doesn't drive manuals, so I started driving automatics again. And the guy actually was going to let me test drive one of the manuals today, and I told him I don't want it because I'll fall in love, and I can't.
Yeah.
If we go anywhere and I even have a beer, I won't be able to drive home.
Yeah.
So, not too many people can drive manuals anymore, but I don't mind it. I like it.
Yeah, that's actually. So I had a sneezes.
Holding it. Bananas.
Yeah, not gonna happen. So
bless you.
Yeah, but I have to go bless a paper towel here in a second. Oh, we got them down here.
Okay.
I had a Buick Century. Oh man.
Don't do it. Oh, he did.
So I had a Buick Century, and then I had a 92 Camaro after that. My brother had a 92 Camaro also with T-tops.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of interesting. And then after that, I got a Dodge Stratus. And then where was my WRX? I actually had the WRX, I think, maybe after I got the Stratus. That's what happened. So I got the Stratus, and then I got a WRX, which was fun. A little 4-cylinder turbo Subaru. And then I don't know how. I think we sold the Stratus to Angel's brother, and then we got it back. And then Chris ended up driving it for a little while. And then after she was done with it, I drove it for a little while after that. So it was that Stratus kind of went all over the place. But I did have a WRX for a little while. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, the WRXs are pretty freaking awesome. Those things can get up and go.
Yeah, and then I got the Civic that I've had forever now.
Yeah,
I've had that for probably 7 or 8 years.
I didn't know you had a Camaro at one point.
Yep.
I had it was my second or third car. I bought a '99 Camaro SS that had T-tops.
Yeah, I had the old body style, the kind of IROC Z looking body style, not the kind of sleeker. Like I think '93 Camaros is when they went to the smoother, kind of more rounded.
Yep.
An 02 WRX. I had an 02 WRX. That's exactly what I had.
Yeah, WRXs are awesome. There was one actually used today, and it looked, man, I saw it and I was like, oh, I should get one of those.
Yeah.
It's quick.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, Ron.
Yeah, Ron,
Warriors
thanks,
is
man.
on in 10 minutes. Cool.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're about to wrap it up anyway, so we'll talk. We can probably recap the PWBA stuff. So,
yeah, we can sit here and talk about the PWBA stuff and go over the winners and stuff here real quick.
yeah, they had 3 tournaments in Long Island. So they had one where Liz Culkin won, and then Sherry Tan won, and then Brianna Cote won this most recent one. And actually, Brianna's been on the show several times.
Did you say Culkin too?
Yeah, Liz won the first one this week.
Yep.
And then Sherry Tan, and then Brianna Cote. Well, Brianna Cote finished second to Liz Culkin.
Yeah.
But she also lost to Birgit, or
She lost to Birgit. No,
I think
Brianna Clemmer.
Brianna Clemmer.
She got second at the Queens.
Yeah, so she's gotten second probably 3 times this year because Brianna Cote has been on
Queens.
several shows.
Not the Queens, but the show after the Queens.
Yeah, the show after the Queens. So Brianna's been on several shows. She was the Player of the Year last year.
She's going to be back-to-back Player of the Year.
Yeah, because she's made so many shows, and she's gotten second place like 2 or 3 times this year. Plus, she just won this last one. So Brianna's just on fire. She throws 14s too.
Yeah. So
a lot of people, if you're in the middle on going from 15s, 14s, I don't think I've heard anybody like Tyler Gromlovitz throws 14s.
Yeah.
And he shoots all kinds of numbers.
Yeah, he does.
It's just crazy the kind of numbers that he shoots. So 14s, you don't really lose much. That's actually the weight that carries the best according to science, because you can put more speed and more revs on it, and as opposed to 15 or 16. And the 14s, what they allow you to do physically makes up for the kind of lack of weight. The only problem is that with 14s, the numbers on Storm stuff changes so drastically from 14 to 15 that I can't really reconcile it.
Yeah.
I have thought about switching to 14s, but just seeing the differences in the numbers, like the phase is 248 RG in 15, 254 in 14. That's a completely different ball almost. So it'd be really hard to kind of switch. It might be a good video. I might have to order a 14 of something.
Yeah, just try it. Why not?
Just to have it versus a 14 versus a 15, just to see what the difference is. So, but
yeah, 100%. Why not? It's worth seeing it. I mean,
yeah, it'd be interesting just to kind of show off.
I threw a couple of them in an emotive demo when we were out in like Omaha, because with my span they didn't have any in 15, so I had to throw a 14. It was still stretched.
Yeah,
but you could definitely was a difference. Definitely was a difference. If I had had my stuff in it, I definitely could tell you I could probably get a little more oomph.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about it, but I don't feel like switching all my arsenal over and drilling all new stuff.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is that that's what I would have thought. I've got so much 15-pound stuff, and even though it is easier to find 14 or 16-pound stuff, 15s are kind of what's in demand. 15s are what most people throw, what they want to see. Some of the resale for so we got a bunch of 15-pound rare and international stuff. That's what's really in demand. And so trying to get stuff in 14s, I just have to drill it. Whereas some of this other stuff, I've got the option to kind of sell it if I want to on some of this stuff, but probably end up drilling most of it.
If I was going to do it, I would have done it when I left Motive, and I was starting pretty much over again.
Yeah.
Even though I could still throw the stuff, that's when I should have tried it.
Yeah.
But
sometimes you can overthrow 14s too. I'm comfortable enough with 15s that I think I'd probably overthrow 14s if I ever got
I don't ever feel like though that I'm hurting from throwing 15. So why
yeah, that's the other thing too.
Yeah, so. if I'm not like having elbow, I did have elbow issues a couple of years ago, but other than that, it's been that one time. It's been fine. So that's, I don't know. If I'm not in pain, might as well. I don't see any reason to switch.
Yep. All right, I think we're probably about time to wrap it up. We can
303 Creation.
Yep.
Ball cup, wooden ball cup, Norseman Brewing Company. So very cool stuff. 303 Creations. The website is not up anymore, but he's on Facebook. And these are nice. So
Find it real quick.
very, very cool. So, yep. And if you need anything, send it to breakdownpair@gmail.com. I've been better about checking that and answering people. Some stuff slips through the cracks, but I've been better about checking that and getting back. And there was a guy from Arizona that has a liquor store, and he wanted to send us some stuff. So we're gonna see what shows up.
See what shows up, and we'll make sure to give his liquor store a shout out.
Yep.
So
Very cool stuff. I also met up with a couple of guys from Indiana that had come to Jayhawk on Friday to pick up a new drill press because they bought a freestanding location for their pro shop business. A couple of guys that went in and it got big enough to where they can have their own location. And so it's 10 in the Pit Pro Shop. I can't remember exactly where. It's about an hour west of Indianapolis. I can't remember. Terre Haute, Indiana, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Brian and Jeff came down, and so I went out and had lunch with them. And he just said, "Hey, I'm going to be in the area where you want to go grab something to eat and whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, sure." I've talked to the guy several times, and we got to lunch, and I took him to 23rd Street Brewery, and he said, "Yes." I thought about that after I sent the message. It's kind of weird for somebody that just watches you on YouTube to randomly say, "Hey, you want to go? I'm going to be in the area. You want to go out to lunch sometime?" And I'm like, "Well, you talk to some people, you can figure out pretty quick who are kind of it's like, yeah, maybe not, and who were the guys that's like, oh yeah, sure." You talk to some people, and so I talked to them several times and said, "Yeah, sure, let's go out." And they took care of my lunch, and so I appreciate that. And
that was nice.
They were a couple great guys to hang out with. So yeah, it was fun to.
That was
fun
nice.
to go, and the burgers were good and the beers were good, and so it was
better.
It was a good time. Good time.
Oh, Caps, Indiana, or Coots, or everything.
Yeah, well, he said that they're actually that's where it's going to be at, but he said they're actually from like Terre Haute or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, it's 10 in the Pit Pro Shop. Brian Taylor and Jeff. I can't remember. I know that I caught Jeff's last name, but
gotcha. Yeah, we also have a Facebook group. As most of you that watch us each week know that we already have that group, but feel free to come join us. We have a lot of fun in there. It's become a meme central thing. You can ask questions, share your videos, whatever. We don't care. We're here to hang out. So follow us on the Breakdown Pair. It is the Breakdown Pair (YouTube show. So just make sure.
We do have a couple questions. Answer the questions.
Yep. Please answer the questions. It also gives us some information on what do you like best about the show, et cetera, et cetera. So Haas 10, Rosedale 10, get you 10% off at Coolwick. Sorry, I read that backwards. Rosedale 10 or Haas 10, get you 10% off at Coolwick.
I don't care.
So
yep. If you want to get cool looking jerseys like these,
flex on them.
Yeah.
Head over to the Coolwick website, and once again, we offer more than just jerseys. We have hats, as you can see, sweatpants, leggings, skirts, you name it, hoodies. So
yeah, it's about time to do another giveaway here too, and I'm just going to steal Luis's idea and probably keep rolling with that.
Yeah, I need to give some stuff away.
Yeah, we're going to do. Luis Napolis had a really good idea to put a post out and have people nominate somebody that should win a jersey, because there's a lot of people that, guess my score, or some other random kind of boring stuff that everybody else does.
Guess my score is boring.
And so it was really cool to be able to give the last few jerseys away to people that, do some stuff and deserve to get a perk or something. Yeah. So people that do a lot in the community. So we'll be watching for that, because we'll have it in our Breakdown Pair group. So just nominate somebody that you think, deserves a shout out and a free jersey.
Yep.
So.
And we'll come with the details of the timeline and things like that. So maybe we could come up with something too sometime and do a match, the two of us. And you got to guess but that would be a guess the series, but it'd be a match. Mm-hmm. You guess that we bowl 3 games, best the winning 3 games and the losing 3 games.
Yeah, pick the winner, and then so it'd be pick the winner and then the score of the winner.
We could even go live for it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. I think we're all covered. Oh, we are on Instagram as well.
Yep.
So we try to get to everything as much as possible. Sometimes some pictures you see on Facebook gets posted on Instagram. That's to keep traffic flowing and everything like that. But hang out with us on Instagram. It is the same thing. Breakdown. It is just breakdown pair.
Yeah, just breakdown pair.
Just breakdown pair on Instagram. So
yep. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back with you again next Monday.
6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Yep, and I think that we should be on until I won't be on the Monday that we're in Vegas.
Yeah, that's
so it'll be I don't know what is 17, 18, July 19th or something like that. 18th, 19th, whatever that Monday is. We'll miss that one, but other than that, we should be good to go for the foreseeable future. So
sounds good.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. I do need to put together an outro.
Yeah.
I'm kind of working on.
You can play the outro again. You can play the intro for the outro.
Yeah, I'll play the intro for the outro again.
That's fine. Who cares?
Yeah.
Thanks everybody.
Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out, and we'll kick this thing off.
Have another beer, buddy.
Chatty chat. I think that they probably said that being shorter is advantageous.
Well, they need to teach me then. There you go. So we had to poke a little fun at him. Call you ginger swag.
Yeah. If you weren't bowlers, what would you have liked to have done instead? Anything else. Literally anything else.
That's a great answer.
The horse is so dead that it's on some kid's school project on a landfill already.
And there you have
it.
No. We'll talk about that one more.
Terrible idea.